Hello. Hi, everybody. This is a little impromptu video over here on YouTube today. It's Sunday, December the 15th, and I am out of bed. So, for those of you that are in my Facebook group and over with me on Instagram, you know that I've had a sort of dramatic last few days. And one thing that happened is one of my coworkers got the flu at the beginning of last week. And so a couple of us have been down. Now we've had a milder version of it because we got flu shots, but influenza type B. I did not get swabbed. She went and got swabbed, but we all had basically the same signs and symptoms: fever, body aches. Mostly the headache and fever in the afternoon for me, and it was kind of a low. It wasn't like a real high fever. She actually got a lot higher of a fever than I did. So, high true treats. So, I got the flu, and was feeling really rough. So Thursday, I was in the office, and one of my other coworkers and I were just like, "We don't feel good. I don't know. Maybe I'm tired." Not really putting two and two together. And we had a huge charity event on Friday that we were working on for 300 people. So anyway, I came home and I got in bed at 6 o'clock and took some like Tylenol, and I don't know. I just felt really off and fell asleep and woke up at 2:30 Friday morning with terrible news. Um, I actually woke up at 2:30 and thought something's not right, and I texted one of my family members. I don't know how much I'm going to go into this over here. I've gone into it over on Instagram and on Facebook, but this is a little bit broader audience. But suffice it to say, um, my brother, as you all know, they've had their second child, and she was born yesterday. Gosh, no, Friday morning. She's 2 days old now, and she's very sick. So she suffered a hypoxic brain injury on Friday morning, and so thank you so much, Carrie Elliott. I appreciate you guys' prayers. So I was up from 2:30 a.m. until I took the things over and set up for the charity event because I was responsible for the decor and I had everything at my house, and I was just feeling terrible. And so I left because I didn't want to be around the actual families and things because, considering myself contagious, and plus I was beside myself because my family lives in Orlando, and I wanted to be there. I would have gotten on a plane, but I was sick. And also, what can I do? So as a nurse, I want to fix it. And of course, this was outside my specialty, but I got to talk to multiple providers and I got to be involved as far as I could be. And I'm not going to go into a lot of that, but it has been really a rough couple of days, and we are waiting on a couple of different things to find out, what our next steps are in terms of that, what her parents' steps are, and just continue to pray for my niece. Her name's Ophelia. I know you guys have mentioned that over in the chat. So, yeah. Anyway, I think part of the thing that's been going on, I realized I've been sick about maybe 4 times this last year. I'm in a new part of the state that I live in, and I'm also in and out of people's homes, and so I think I'm getting hit with maybe some new strains of things, and also I've just been really stressed, and that lowers your immunity. So it's been an interesting year. I've had a couple bouts of really, really bad colds that have gone into my ears. You guys know that. I mean, I've just had a rough year. I had that car accident last spring. I mean, it's just been my body's taken a beating, and so I think my immunity is down. Um, so after all of that, I have been in bed for a couple of days. I did go and just step on the scale real fast, and I was down point 0.7, which is wonderful considering the situation. So I am in the 240s. That all seems so trivial comparatively speaking, but it is what it is. And so 248.7. Um, I wanted to mention, I think I just want to come on here and talk to you guys about my brother. And Susan says this year just needs to go away. 2019's been really rough, really hard. Huff. It's been really huff for me. And not to the extent that some of you guys have suffered. So I don't want to minimize anyone else's suffering. And I have it really good, you guys. I have it really good, but it's been one of those tests. I feel like a real test of myself and the people around me, my family. So that just happens sometimes. And thanks, guys. Thanks for your prayers. I really appreciate it. So I talked to my brother yesterday. He actually called me at 12:30 last night to give me an update. And he sounds terrible. And of course, they're extremely emotional and going through a lot of stuff. But he told me something kind of funny. You have to laugh when you're talking about this stuff. And he was telling me that he sent my dad yesterday he sent him to Whole Foods in Orlando to pick up all the healthy things that he and his wife needed in order to eat healthy while they're going through this. And my brother is very inspirational to me. If you guys have been with me for the last couple of years, oh my gosh, if I start crying, please forgive me. But very inspirational. He is a tough cookie and he owns his own company. Um, he and I both have the same issues with weight as do my other brother and I. We can just gain weight like that. So I really believe there's a genetic or hereditary component to it, but that's my own thing. So he was like, I'm not really hungry. And he's like, I don't feel good. I'm exhausted. And I just realized that there's all this hospital food and fast food, and I could just eat all the comfort things. He's like, but Amy, I have to take care of this little girl. And he's like, and I have to take care of my wife. And he said, so I just asked my father to please go get me some things to have around that are healthy, which I was so inspired by that. I think taking that moment for self care for ourselves so that we can take care of other people is so vital. And that is an area that I have consistently failed in my life. I've spent so much time as a nurse and a mom and a wife taking care of everyone else that I've eaten all of my stress instead of like really participating in that kind of self care. And so he just inspired me. And I think my cat is losing his mind out there. Do you hear him? My husband's at church, and so my cat doesn't like that. But anyway, it just really inspired me, especially in the face of me having a stressful year. They're going through a lot more than I've gone through, and they're keeping their crap together. And so I think that is that's just inspiration for all of us. The holidays are not that big of a test, you guys, when you compare it to some of the other things that people are going through out there. And so I just want to come on here and share that with you because it really kind of knocked me upside the head. We can't participate fully in life if we're not taking care of ourselves, you guys. And that's through good times and bad times, stress, crap, whatever. I got up this morning and I was like, getting ready to go to church. And my husband was like, you're staying home. Just stay home and take care of yourself. And, I was like, no, and he's like, no, stay home. So it's that, you have to make that choice. Okay. I'm not a superhero. I have a body that gets sick and there are people around me that get sick and things happen and we got to take care of ourselves. So, thanks, Deb. You're so funny. Oh, wow. Susan Horton says her son was in the NICU for 8 days when he was born, and she needed to totally rely on God to get through those days. Absolutely. So you guys know it's a challenge, and we have been given a challenge, especially those of us that like to eat our way through stress. I for sure could have used the last few days to just eat. I know when I wasn't feeling good on Friday, and I'm one of those people that if I'm sick, I still can eat. If I'm stressed out, I'm like, I will take the cheesecake, please. And my husband even offered to go get me a Panera bread bowl with soup in it on Friday. And I said, no, those things are delicious, but too many points. So I've stayed within my points. And I just wanted to say hi to you guys. I know I look terrible. I just look like I've been beat up, but I have mascara on and my hair, I'm clean. And I'm working on getting my house back together so I can go back to work tomorrow. So I hope you all have had a wonderful last week. I hope you're all, I mean, we're 10 days from Christmas. I hope you're having a really blessed and wonderful holiday season. And if you aren't, I just want to send a big hug out to you and tell you I get it. And the holidays aren't always bright and shiny and cheerful for everybody. I mean, people are going through stuff even through the holidays. So I just want to send you all a big hug out there and say hi and let you know that oh, Lucille says, you said you failed at self-care. Remember that fail means first attempt in learning. You are an inspiration. Thank you so much. I love that. So fail means first attempt in learning. I love that. Yeah. And it's been a learning process for sure. I think I've learned a lot about myself, and I really learn from other people and how they handle things. That's something that I'm working on in a lot of different ways. So, but yeah, I just want to let you all know that I am still trucking out here, and I'm committed to my what I feel like is a form of sobriety for me. I'm really committed to that right now and just taking care of myself. I hope you all are committed to no matter what you're going through. I know I've had friends out there, my friend Janice, my friend Mary, you guys have had surgery recently and are recovering from that. And you're still here supporting me, supporting other people out in the weight loss community, and you guys are still taking care of yourselves. Kudos to you guys. Um, Jessica, thank you so much. You're very sweet. Um, Oh, wow. So your grandson had a hypoxic brain injury at birth in 2016. How is he doing today? I just pray that he's doing okay. And this is one of those things they won't know the full extent. I mean, it could be a long time before they know the full extent, but she's got several tests happening in the next few days. Tomorrow is a critical day for her. Again, her name's Ophelia. If you all are the praying sword or whatever, you participate in, if you would just please remember her tomorrow, that's a big one. And I don't really feel at liberty to share a lot here on this platform, but I have been talking a little bit about it over on, in smaller audiences over on my Instagram. And, that's kind of their business. And I haven't posted pictures and that sort of thing. I just feel like that's a little bit too much. But I do want to ask for prayers. So definitely, please pray if you feel so inclined. So thanks everybody. Down point 0.7. Very pleased. Any direction down. Very pleased to be, in the 240s. And I go on a cruise in 6 weeks, somewhere in there, 6, 7 weeks, somewhere like that. And I am going to see the 230s for that cruise. I'm so goofy right now. I'm like, I'm going to lose 1.4 every week. So again, I have a 1.4 goal for the week. I don't know why that number is out there, but 1.4 for this week. And I'm planning on tracking, staying on program, and I will be weighing in next Saturday. And I'll come on here and check in with you guys this week. So God bless everybody. Have a great day on program. Stay in orbit no matter what. Don't give up on yourself. Because ultimately we got all these people around us, you guys, that love us and that we need to take care of. And you are loved. I love you. And I will see you guys later. Bye. Have a good one.